for joining me on home tour number 3. So this is the college age, zone. So it's a little different down here, but I still have places for all my plants. And I think the kids like them too. So, pardon the mess, we live here. So let's get started. Let's go over here. We have 2 windows, well 3, down in the lower level. We've got this window here, and hanging out in this window, we have a heart-shaped philodendron, green heart-shaped philodendron. It's got a lot of danglies. It seems to want to grow back up into the pot for some reason. So these guys are actually really long. It's doing really well hanging out here. Love this plant. Actually, shout out to Plant Bar because that's where we got this guy. We love Plant Bar. Plant Bar is awesome. So if you're ever in the Richmond or Virginia Beach area, you should check them out. They're amazing. Really amazing place to go buy plants. Great prices. Great quality plants too. Down here, we have a Ficus benjamina hanging out, doing pretty well. I know it'll probably be like 10 or 15 years until I actually see this come into a tree, but I'm looking forward to the day it's a tree. And over here, we have another Ficus, variegata, super cute. And now that I'm down here, I can actually see that these plants need watered very badly, actually. All right. And over here, we have a string of turtles. Very cute propagation. Just kind of a side note. I mean, I know this is just a plant tour, but you don't want to have this in your south-facing window too long. I learned my lesson the hard way. The leaves or the foliage, I guess, I don't think they're called leaves, but they don't like it being boiled. So you need to pull this back away from the sun. In the winter, it's okay to have it in a south-facing window, but, it's good to know. All right. Here we have a propagation. This is actually a gift from my daughter. She started propagating one of her Pothos and gave this to me as one of her first Pothos propagation babies. And it is hanging out down here. It's super cute. All right, and over here, we have a Philodendron Brazil hanging out down here. Got some legs on this bad boy. Probably gonna have to propagate these, cut them. That way it bushes out up here a little bit more. All right. Oh, not good. Okay then, we're gonna go ahead and now. All right. Over here, we have a sparkling Sarah. I think that's what it's called. Whoops, great. Yeah, it just says houseplants, of course. Why did I expect it to say anything else? Highlight houseplant. Well, I'll tell you something about Aglaonemas. The tag says highlight. However, Aglaonemas generally can do well in any light situation. So it's pretty low light down here, and we have it sort of away from the window. But this is an Aglaonema. It's not a sparkling Sarah, but it's a variety of an Aglaonema. Yay! All right. This is another Aglaonema. Now, he has a little bit of an issue because I've been neglecting him. I haven't watered him in quite some time. So when you don't water your Aglaonemas, this is what happens. Water. They need water at least once every 2 weeks, I would say. At least a cup and a half of water every 2 weeks. I have been a bad plant mommy. All right. Down here we have a golden pothos that I put up on a stake. I did cut a lot of propagations off of him. I was trying to get the genes from this plant. What? Genes, is it called genes? I don't know what it's called, but whatever. I was trying to propagate this guy to make more of these plants because it was such a very good, healthy, and cool variegation. So anyway, long story short, it's now reverting back to its original form because it is not in enough light. So if I were to get more variegation, I would have to move it back over toward a window. It's just not getting enough sunlight over here. So just kind of, food for thought. If you want to keep your variegation, you got to move it toward the light. Home tour, not plant care tour. Let's go. Okay. Over here we have this gorgeous, amazing, I absolutely love this Brazil philodendron. Why it landed down here, I don't know. I guess I figured the light from the both windows would just make it go even more along. So the growth factor, I guess, is one of the reasons why this baby landed here. But Brazil philodendron hanging out here. Oh, I can tell that needs watered. Kind of a tip. You lift up your plant. If it feels super light, you know you need to water it. It gets bone dry. Because I don't come down here very often. So, but you let these guys dry out. These philodendron need to dry out. But if you could get a close-up of this, come on and zoom in. Look at this growth. It's just insane. It's crazy how these things grow. They just have these big, stemmy, pinky leaves. I mean, I don't know if you can see how long and leggy this guy is, but even the leaves that are shooting out of the legs are big. And you know what? That is a great sign. Yay! Okay. Over here, we have a gorgeous, amazing, look at this guy. Oh my God, it's amazing. So pretty. Chain of hearts. Check this out. I mean, like I said earlier in a few of my videos, I absolutely am in love with the chain of hearts. I would have them all over my house if I could. They're so pretty. So pretty. Oh, okay. All right, moving on. And they get tangled. This is one of my Monstera propagations. In one of my videos, I talked about how the Mama Monstera plant was kind of trimmed up a little bit, and I took 5 or 6 propagations from the Mama Monstera plant. This is one of the propagations that I took. It's very large leaf, lots of fenestrations, but I did take this from the Mama Monstera plant. Let's just check it out while we're here. I just want to look at it really quick. See how it's doing. Yeah, this guy doesn't look like he's doing so well right here. But to be fair, the Mama Monstera was so big that she had some leaves that were really kind of not doing well anyway. So this may not have been doing well to begin with. But it looks like the propagation's going pretty well. I'll keep you guys posted. All right. He likes it down here. It's a he. It's a boy. Who knew? Okay. This is one of my propagations from, which plant did I take this from? One of my golden pothos plants upstairs. But this is a propagation, super big head of hair. I made sure to stick probably about 15 to 20 plugs in there, and it's really doing well. It needs fertilized, I can tell, because I don't know, I can just tell. I know the last time I fertilized it was probably 4 weeks ago, so I'm gonna have to give it some more food to have it shoot out some new growth, because we're in the growing season and it still looks to be about the same size to me. So that tells me we're in the growing season and it hasn't been shooting out more growth. So I need to give it some food and then it'll start shooting a little bit more growth out. And it is sitting very nicely on this amazing find this from an antique shop I got. Again, I go antiquing sometimes in Richmond or down 17. And this is one of the finds that I picked up. Super fun. It looks great. Love these barrels. They make great plant stands. Good plant stands. All right, over here we have another Monstera, which is not a shocker, is it? I love Monstera deliciosa. So this is one of my baby Monsteras. Let's check it out while we're down here. I'm looking for new growth. I see a couple of growth points. That's a good sign. It's doing well. It likes it here. Yeah, so I'm looking at this aerial root, and that's a good sign. This is a baby plant. It was a very small plant, and I recently potted it in this giant vessel here in hopes that maybe it would grow into a big giant Monstera. So I think it's on its way. I'll keep you posted. Watch for videos in the future. Okay. Back here, we have a cactus. Zoom in a little closer. What is this called? It's a cactus. I don't know what it's called. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Here's the thing with cactus. If I were to give you any advice, I know this is a plant tour, but I need to talk to you for a second. Cactus, do not take it out of the nursery pot. Leave it in the nursery pot, okay? That is advice number one. If you want to, have it be an attractive pot or something, I would leave it in the nursery pot and I would pop it into the pot, but not mess with the roots. Because what happened, I think, there used to be a third one here. But I think what happened was when this was potted in here, the root structure on this guy got messed with and he didn't make it. So any advice to you is I would not repot any cactus or succulent unless you absolutely know what you're doing, or you're not going to damage the root system. It's really hard, I think, with a bigger plant like this. Yes, this guy will get much larger, and I totally understand that. And I know if you want really big cacti, you have to pot up. I get that. But it's very hard to do. So just kind of, note to self, kind of be aware. Right here, we have a strawberry begonia. Get a little close on that. Now, these guys are super cool. They've got all these little stringy dealio thingies that come down. You could actually, just like a spider plant, you could pop those right in soil. But I kind of like the way they look. So, strawberry begonia. Dracaena marginata. This guy, like the one I talked about in plant tour number 2, will get as tall or taller than it will get huge. This guy, if you let him go for years and years, he will get very, very large. Actually, this is the size that my Dracaena marginata upstairs is 15 years old. This is the size that he started at. And now he's gigantic, way taller than me. So this is how he started. It's kind of cool. Okay. This is a watermelon peperomia. Kind of a fun, cool leaf structure. They look like little watermelons. Look at those leaves. Aren't they neat? They're so cute. I love this. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to get a really, really, really big leafed watermelon peperomia. But they're kind of hard to find around here. So if you know anywhere to order them online, let me know in the comments below. Okay, over here, over here, yeah. So this is the last plant in my, no, it's not, okay. So this is a ruffle fern. I am going to confess, I am terrible at ferns. I think it's because I have a lot of plants and I don't get to water them as much as I like. But this guy seems to be okay. He's living, he's still alive, which is a good sign. But ruffle fern. Over here, we have, and totally ignored, completely ignored, all the time ignored, plant, a majestic palm, or a cat palm. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so this guy used to be in that window, and you know, he's just, they attract spider mites. So I'm a little angry at the plant. Is that like a thing? I don't know. Like, that sounds weird. It sounds kind of weird to be angry at a plant. But every time I looked at it, it had spider mites. So I would spray it. I would get a little annoyed, and I kept thinking maybe I should just put it outside and just let it be. But around here, you can't do that during certain seasons. So I kept it. It's still alive, and it has new growth. How? I don't know. Someone must be watering. Maybe there's an angel in the house. I have no idea. But I guess maybe I've been watering it, but whatever. Anyway. So these are usually amazing outdoor plants, but not necessarily the best indoor plants, at least here. You have to have a ton of indirect sunlight in your home, and you have to know their watering regimen. You could get root rot. There's all kinds of weird stuff. I've not really had great luck with these in my house, but for some reason this one's still alive. Who knows? This guy right here is called rainbow moss. I can see that I need to water it. It's looking a little sad, but I'm gonna say the soil is very moist. So I'm thinking, I'm not really like an expert on rainbow moss. I mean, when I bought this, I thought it was a fern, so I didn't really know. But there's a lot of really good new growth points on it. So I don't know if this is a common feature for rainbow moss. So, I mean, it seems to be pretty happy. I have one upstairs that I've had for a while, maybe about a year. And it's very rainbow-like. It has lots of different colors, and it doesn't look like it's dead, but they're just very different plants. They're not like any other plant I have, so. But this is my rainbow moss. It's cool, it's different. Well, that concludes my plant tour for the last layer of my house. Layer, level, whatever. It's like a cake. Lots of layers. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching my videos. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support and how much fun I have talking to you. And I'm glad that you're watching me and being part of my, life. So thanks again for your support. And if you like this channel, I really appreciate it if you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, great, hit that thumbs up button. That really does help a lot. And yeah, I really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up. If you really would like to give me some advice or some ideas about future videos, please do in the comments below. I really want to talk about some stuff that you guys really want to hear about. So yeah, let me know your ideas in the comments below. That'd be awesome. So hey, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.